Yeah, talk about the guy who is trying to be a professional football. But then, well, we have Kayode Herman in the studio. How you doing?
Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, good to have you on the show.
Austin, been a minute.
I know. It's good.
Just a second.
It feels good being here this morning.
Yeah, it feels good to be back and on stage with you guys. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's start with the big boy, talking about Usain Bolt. The guy wants to play professional football.
Yeah.
I mean, now, the nerves are actually setting in right now. It's not going to be easy. This is no sprint. I mean, this is no track. This is going to be field grass.
Well, it's a different ball game for
difference,
him,
right?
no doubt. And the coach has said he has the rudimentary skills.
Yeah.
It is rudimentary.
Elementary.
Elementary, basic, call it what you like. And they're playing a lower side. So
Yeah.
the stakes are not so high. So they can just ease him in as the game progresses and see how he fares. No doubt the star quality this gap going for him will attract people to the stadium to see what he will bring to the table in terms of football. A success he was in the tracks, breaking records as though they're going out of fashion. But football, it's a different ball game. He has said he's good, but let's see what he amounts to eventually.
It's going to amount to, because if you know the side is playing for Marinas at the bottom of the A League right now, 10-2. Okay, I'm sorry. They're struggling. We'll see how much impact Usain Bolt is going to make. As you mentioned, the coach have actually said it's not just about him playing well, it's about the influence he's going to have on the players, knowing that this is a champion, it's someone who knows how to win, he doesn't know how to lose. So that alone is going to be one of the influential, kind of attitude that will be on the players. But then let's see what's going to happen at this stadium. It says about 10,000 capacity stadium, and it's going to be filled up, and even in essence, watching Usain Bolt making his debut.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where Usain Bolt is getting this ambition from, that he can be a professional footballer. Yes, you've made a name and all of that. The debut hasn't been done, and he's saying he's short of fitness and might not keep up with the speed of the game. I don't know what he's talking about, but this is football. It's not running on the track.
Well, it's more demanding. I'm not trying to underrate what comes to fore with athletics, but this is football. You need to be alert beyond just physicality, psychologically as well. And if you're maybe under nerves, then you are more like being a clog in the wheel of your own progress. I hope I will definitely make his inclusion count when he gets the opportunity. And beyond just playing, it's also about him trying to make a statement, because people are saying, you've been there, done that with athletics. What more do you want? But he wants to make a statement, and he has a point to prove.
Okay, got a point to prove. Wait, Friday night, yes, that's the game. 31st, we'll see how he can do that. But let's hear from him.
Definitely will be nerves. It's not like it's a charity game anymore. This is a career that I'm pursuing, so there will be a little bit of nerves, but I expect to make mistakes, but I also expect to go out and make myself proud and to push myself. So it's just one of those things. I know I'm not going to have a perfect game. It's a stop and go, so, you know what I mean? The tic-tacs, because I'm not used to picking up speed, going back down, up and down, back and forth. I think that's the most challenging. And as I said earlier, it's all about practicing, going through the rounds and pushing myself and trying to get used to the system. And I have time, so I'm just going to take my time, learn the ways, and just continue pushing.
And he's got time to do that as a left winger, so the pace is already there. But how do you juggle the ball and all that? That's where the problem is going to come from.
Ball control, skill, precision with your passes.
And all that.
Hopefully, you should have an eye for goal as well.
Yeah.
There's so much
Even the use of speed on the ball is not the same when you're just sprinting.
Yeah, it's not the same, because
you have something you're controlling.
If you want to give a pass, you need to aim for the striker and ensure that it gets to the person you're trying to pass to. And trying to delve from the wings to the final third, having an eye for a goal, a lot will be expected of him. So it's definitely under pressure, and he's saying there will be a bit of nerve. No doubt he's human after all, but it's just, for me, it's just the fun it brings. It's not really about how he would use his influence to bring about, maybe affect the fortunes of the side positively. I'm thinking with a pinch of salt.
If you're a professional footballer, particularly if you're in this Mariners team, would you feel this guy is making a jest of the sport?
What? Not really. But he's not a footballer so to speak. He's just trying to become a professional. Because he has achieved,
Hello.
it will affect the psychology of the side. A champion on the tracks is coming to football. Let's try and make a statement. Yes, let's see what he can contribute. But more importantly, it will encourage them to aspire for greatness as well.
If I'm the winger, the first choice winger at that club, bring Usain Bolt. I say, Austin, you have to sit down.
Obviously, also, you're not taking him serious.
He's not. No, he's one of the guys that
I
like.
know, because
you're not
I'm
taking him
just
seriously.
looking
Come
at
on.
those other guys. They'll be like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
See,
What's
this
he trying to do?
guy is trying
Well,
to
He has
make
trained
history,
with Dortmund.
man.
He's trying to make history.
Yeah.
And I want to believe from training, maybe from the regiments and how he tries to prove to them that, guys, I'm not just here to jest. I'm here for business. It will definitely also give the left winger, who is the first choice, a run for his money, because he knows if he fails to deliver, there's a certain Usain Bolt who's got pace, maybe not precision in terms of passes, but with the pace. And the fact that he's going to trouble the fullback, definitely the first choice, what's it called now? The first choice winger would definitely want to be at the top of his game.
Absolutely.
All right, let's monitor that one on Friday when Usain Bolt makes his debut. We'll come here. We'll not talk about him breaking his own record on the tracks. Talk about him running with the ball and then playing football. Let's get on with the show now. Well, it's all about living a life of details and making history, and that's what Nigeria's under-19 cricket team, will call them the Junior Yellow Greens. That's what they did in South Africa. They made history after winning the Division 2 ICC Cricket World Cup qualifier, and we saw a lot of shaku moves. And after that, they said, wait a minute, we need to thank God. And they started singing praise and worship. It was a beautiful moment because Nigeria ended the competition unbeaten. Defeated Ghana, Mozambique, Lesotho, defeated Tanzania in the semi-finals, and then brushed aside Sierra Leone in the final. It was a beautiful sight. And Jonas Ofem is the athlete representative of the Nigeria Cricket Federation. He joins us now on the show. Let's take a look at what this means for age-grade cricket in Nigeria. Good morning, Nigerians. Welcome to Sports This Morning. Okay. Wait. I don't like the sound we're getting from the Nigerians. That's not how it sounds.
Yeah.
When we get a clearer audio, we're going to get back to Nigerians. But Kayode, this is a beautiful story to tell for cricket in the country.
Yeah, history was made in South Africa. And I like the fact that they went unbeaten.
Wow.
Like you did say, they defeated Ghana, Lesotho, Mozambique, Tanzania in the semi-finals, and 137 runs in the final against Sierra Leone.
Wow.
It has never been done before, even at senior level. And the good thing is that this is under 19.
Yeah.
It means the future of cricket is very, very bright. So they will have to contend with the Division 1 qualifiers, intercontinental qualifiers before the World Cup proper.
Wow.
And the prospect of facing the likes of England, Pakistan, India, South Africa should encourage the boys to say, you know what, if we can do it at this level, then we can definitely rub shoulders with the IMIT and do wonders.
First, they must conquer Division 1.
I understand.
And that
I
Division
understand.
1 has big boys
Has
at
big
that
boys.
level.
Kenya, right?
Kenya,
Namibia.
For
Uganda,
instance, Uganda.
Namibia, I know.
Wow.
But I particularly followed their programs. Like, I hope these guys just get to qualify. And with what the coaching staff have done, I think there are potentials that should be harnessed amongst this team. They'll definitely amount to greatness, in my opinion. I'm very, very optimistic.
Very important. Hopefully we'll get endurance to speak to us. One of the things, Cecilia, that the Cricket Federation are doing, they're keeping some of the players because the main team, the senior team, will be in South Africa next week. So they want to watch them and then put them through some clinics in South Africa, just so they can have something that they can speak for continuity, and that will also be good for coaching.
Absolutely. I mean, I was looking at some of the names, the guys, the partnership between Olaleye Elijah and Samuel Lumba, you know, giving Nigeria dreams that 148 runs that both of them had. So it tells you that when you have these guys, I mean, blend them into the senior team and all that, you have a very fantastic squad that you don't have to start talking about where do we get Nigerians replacements all of a sudden. But then when you have these players already there, it's just easy. I mean, Samuel Lumba fantastic. 64 runs out of 124
Look at that.
balls.
Look at
So
that.
that's huge for these players.
Well, we know about Shea Olympio, Kunle Adegbola, and the likes.
These
are the big guys.
These are the
long
big guys.
time.
Endurance,
They've
anyway.
been there.
Names.
Even with endurance,
Yes.
I know I've been there, done that. But with these youngsters, I was like, come on. It shouldn't just be about football,
Yeah.
basketball, other sports as well. And cricket, they've been trying for so long.
Yes.
I'm particularly encouraged by the fact that these guys are under 19, young.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about them being in camp with the big boys in South Africa. The synergy.
Yeah.
They'll look at what they've achieved.
They will see their future.
They will see the
That's where
future
I'm going.
because
Right
it already
there.
gives them a picture of what they will amount to in the near future. So, like I said earlier, it's looking good, and I hope the core of these boys will be kept together to definitely do well for Nigeria and definitely rub shoulders, like I did say, with the likes of Pakistan, India, England, and South Africa.
Kayode, a clearer call also to the Nigeria Cricket Federation. You've won Division 2 does not mean you go to sleep.
Definitely.
Now, we've called some senior names in the national team. Those guys, their time will soon be over. Cecilia has mentioned some names from this under-19 that we will now keep and expect that in 5 years' time, these guys would have done something with their cricket. Now there is much more work to do with Division 1 and then go to the World Qualifiers. So for them, the target must be qualify for 2020 World Cup.
Exactly, because like you did say, if you want to take it stepwise, the Division 1 qualifiers, the Intercontinental qualifiers, and the World Cup proper. Take it stepwise. The coaching crew have done so much. If they have succeeded at this level, it means they have the capacity to do even more. And aiming towards the World Cup, the big time, it's not easy to attain, even if we stutter at some point. Take positives from the achievements you've had now, and maybe what you would have encountered and experienced with playing other teams. Even in football, like Germany won the World Cup in 2014, where they got booted out at the Euros in 2000. They set up a roadmap, a 10-15-year roadmap, and in 2014 they won the World Cup. Who knows, maybe in the next decade or 2 decades from now, Nigeria will be campaigning at the World Cup at senior level. So it's not impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get in there. We'll
Beautiful.
definitely
So
gonna
hopefully
get
we'll
there.
get Endurance
Back.
back to talk to us. Endurance is the athlete's representative, so he'll tell us 1 or 2 things that the Federation have in terms of keeping this team together to do more exploits for the country. I mean, if you go to a competition and stay unbeaten, then it means there's quality in it. So, Cecilia, where do we go from here?
Absolutely. Okay, quickly, before we go on our break, we'll just talk about volleyball, right? Quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Before we talk about AIMBA, talking about the under-21 Men's Nations Cup that Nigeria will be hosting in Abuja. So the participating countries have been confirmed. You have about 12 of them. Nigeria's host, Egypt is there, Tunisia is also part of the team that will be taking part in that. If you can get a slide of that of the 12 nations that will be there. Congo is also there. Chad will be there. Burkina Faso, Rwanda, Guinea, Niger Republic, Botswana, Cameroon, and Morocco are some of the countries that will be there. We'll go for a break now. We'll come back, talk more on that, and also AIMBA ready to host Cara Brazzaville.